When the lion comes to the village, you don't make a small alarm. You make a very loud one. When I knew of AIDS, I said we must shout and shout and shout and shout. These words were spoken by Yoweri Museveni, President of Uganda, at a meeting with the African heads of state in 2001. Hundreds of Museveni's rebel army had succumbed to AIDS, including his close friends. Museveni vowed to shout and urged the other heads of state to raise their voices. The lion was decimating his stock. Today, Uganda is one of the few developing countries that has been able to control the epidemic. Despite the power of science, the AIDS problem continues to escalate. In the last 2 decades, HIV/AIDS has killed 25 million people. Of the 40 million people carrying the virus in the world, more than 5 million live in India. This number is steadily rising. In 2001, there were 1,400 people getting infected every day. That is, 1 person every minute. By 2002, the infection rate had more than trebled and stood at 5,000 a day. HIV infection is highest near the large cities of India. Kolkata is among the top 5 hotspots. And yet, HIV/AIDS is still invisible, because we still have not heard of any famous person who has been affected by it. Most of us do not know of any relative or friend who has the virus. It makes us feel that it poses no immediate danger, that we are safe, and HIV/AIDS is a disease that happens to other people. But HIV/AIDS is here amongst us and is spreading under the shroud of secrecy. It thrives on stigma, discrimination, apathy, and ignorance. HIV/AIDS first affects those practicing high-risk behaviors and those who are poor, weak, and vulnerable. If left unchallenged, it breaks out within the general population and causes what is called a pandemic. The danger of a pandemic is indicated by the number of pregnant women visiting antenatal care who are HIV positive. If this figure is over 1%, it means that the disease has broken out and is out of control. In West Bengal, this figure is hovering threateningly below the danger mark. That means we still have a window of opportunity to prevent HIV/AIDS from devouring our society. To understand the impact of the virus on young people, consider this. Out of every 10 people the virus has affected so far in our country, only 1 person got the virus through blood or a syringe. The person could also be a newborn baby who got the virus from the mother. The other 9 got the virus through unprotected sexual contact, because they are sexually active people between the ages of 15 and 49. Of every 10 infected persons, 5 are below the age of 25. For another 5 to 8 years, these young people will not know that they have the virus in their body. Just by looking at them, their parents, friends, and sexual partners too will not be able to guess that they are infected. But the HIV in their bodies will be active nevertheless, able to infect others through sex or blood. Why did they get infected? Didn't they know about HIV? Did they not read of it in the papers? See and hear about it over the 24-hour mass media? Yes, they did. A graduate from Mumbai dying of AIDS made a telling comment.
I had heard about AIDS, that it is a virus that kills you slowly, that you get it from sex. But one needs to have proper detailed knowledge about what to do, how to protect yourself, how to have sex safely. It is not enough to know just a little bit.
India's population is amongst the youngest in the world, with sexually active people comprising nearly half the population. Young people need to discuss HIV and AIDS in a way that touches their own lives and realities. Young people are the future. It is imperative to include them in the battle against AIDS. We still have an opportunity to prevent HIV/AIDS before it turns into a pandemic. The time to act is now. Tomorrow will be too late.